And now everyone's saying, you know what? Fuck the NFL. Whoa! Why everyone saying fling the NFL? Oh, because, one of the NFL players that you hired is saying, I don't want to, represent what you represent. But wait, we in the same team, cuz. Why can't you? What you mean you represent? Ain't you NFL? I thought we a gang. I thought we NFL gang members. But now, cuz, it's just like, you represent that squad, but I can't rock with you. You ain't one of us. A word? Well, you ain't one of me, nigga. You ain't one of us, nigga. All 32 of us, nigga. That's how I'm saying. Negro. I'm working on it. I'm just saying, if I worked at the NFL and somebody was saying, look, I ain't going to support what you support, but I'm going to use your platform to say how I feel. Why would I expect a backlash?
So you're talking about somebody who's being a detriment to
I'm
your
just saying,
business.
look, I'm just saying, if it's that serious, why don't we make our own NFL? It is serious. We always deal with this every couple years. If somebody new is standing up for black rights and something happens to him.
But they talk about detriment to the business. Kaepernick had one of the top and best-selling jerseys.
Yeah, he has the top
during the year that he was protesting.
Yeah.
So if the NFL is about the dollar, there's a lot of NFL quarterbacks that Kaepernick sold more jerseys than.
But that goes to show you the bigotry. Like, if money isn't going to stop.
We understand what it is.
Yeah, it's like, if we really, really feel that bad about it, if we really know how much our numbers is worth, why don't we really make one of our own? Like Tyler Perry, they wouldn't let him have his own Hollywood. He went to Oprah. And then, I don't watch no Tyler Perry movies.
I was going to say, have you seen...
I don't even watch his joints. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, shout out to him for,
as a black man, I feel offended. I can't stand to hate myself at the end of a Tyler Perry movie. I feel like shit should be wearing breasts.
Yo,
I can't do it.
Here's
but
real
I'm just
quick.
saying, as an American, he should be able to...
What you got against doing breasts?
Ain't nothing wrong with breasts, but I should be like breasts with nice hard nipples. You got hard nipple skills?
Nah, my nipples...
I'm talking about nice hard nipples.
My nipples are kind of soft.
You see, I'm talking about breasts with hard nipples and skills.
Not gonna lie, my nipples are kind of soft.
You see, we see like us men, we can't do it like the ladies. You know what I'm saying? We got them soft little soggy nipples. We talking about them hard little, stuffed up silicone nipples.
Super left.
You know what I'm saying? All day.
Yeah,
all
for
day,
real. Yo.
All day. But anyway, like we were saying,
real
if
quick.
it was a gang,
Back to
if it was
that.
a gang,
Yo, look. So I'm gonna say this real quick because I feel like I got it. I feel like I got to say this as black men, as black people. Yo, I feel like we need to actually take the action though. You know what I'm saying? Like the NFL players started it. Mm-hmm. They brought awareness to it, but then where does it go? Because I've seen this before. I've seen this a lot.
That's all I'm saying.
We do a lot of this to where we get upset about it, but then we don't.
So why should they take us seriously? If I was them, my fault. Go ahead.
No.
If I was them, like what you just said, I'd be like, hey, you know what? How about we just take a trip out of America? Let's go use our timeshares here and there. And then
come back when it dies down.
I got an idea. Hey, doesn't Idris Elba got a movie coming out? Let's just throw some advertising dollars, throw one of their black stars in it. Let's start talking about that. Oh, it's a blockbuster movie. It's #1 for a week or two. And that's it. It's like,
so what would it be? What in your mind? What would it take for them to take us seriously?
To me,
hold on. Do something else on Sundays. Do something else.
Well, this is my thing. Is there's a stigma. Real quick, this is dead serious. There's a stigma in the black community that we believe that certain things don't work for us, so nobody tries.
It's a system.
And the thing is, the thing is, anything as far as like, let's say, talking to the city, we don't do that. Why? Because the city won't listen. Everybody assumes the city won't listen, so nobody tries it. And the people that do try it, there's not enough of them who do it. They sit there and say, "Well, it's not going to work, so why even do it?" Well, because we need to do something.
You know what the black
community, what I'm saying?
I like that.
And that right there, that kind of attitude, when you're like, well, it's already going to fail, so why do it? It leaves you with no options. That type of thought process.
I'm just really glad that Rosa Parks didn't have that mindset.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk.
Because you can say boycotts don't work, but that bus boycott worked
That's what, but that's what I'm saying.
That bus boy, and you know why it worked?
because they hurt their pockets.
Okay,
They hurt their pockets.
Exactly.
All those black people
But
decided
there's a big
they're going to
difference.
walk to work.
And there's a big difference. Exactly. When
Solidarity.
are we going to create our own? When are we going to walk to our own neighborhood football games? Our own.
No, they didn't create their own bus
Yeah.
lines. They said
they bus
you
pulled each
need-
other.
No, yeah.
They carpooled.
They carpooled. They
We
walked.
didn't have our buses
what
yet.
they what they did was they removed their dollars from that marketplace,
And that's how it's gonna
what
work.
We're not doing enough.
And
is removing our dollars from that marketplace.
see,
that's
and you
all I
saying.
can do is control my actions and try to influence the people that are around me and just lead by action.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
that-
what
and
I'm doing. And I'm saying is, if as an avid, super avid Dallas Cowboys NFL fan,
NFL supporter.
if I can walk away from football Sundays, it's
can
possible
too.
for you to do it too. But I can't make you do that. You have to feel that in your heart. You have to decide that for yourself. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you why I'm doing it and why I'm not changing
Right.
from that. And I'm just saying,
Definite.
like, my dad, you can't take 2 steps in his house without touching something Dallas Cowboys. My dog is named Dallas after the Dallas Cowboys, and my wife named the dog Dallas just to keep me from naming our child
Dallas.
after a Dallas Cowboys.
Well played.
No, I'm
Nice,
just saying, like
nice.
that was
yeah,
her
that's-
strategy.
that's-
Someone's
yeah.
That
gonna
was
be
her
Dallas,
strategy.
baby.
She's like,
Got
this
you.
dude.
Someone's gonna
She's
be
like,
Dallas.
this dude really likes the Cowboys. Let me get the dog that name, so I don't have a son walk around named Aikman.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
And, see,
That's
and
funny.
here's
so like when I say I'm not a light fan. Like
Yeah.
I'm real with mine.
But this is what I'm saying is that if you look at the civil rights movements, it wasn't just the protests because people seem to forget
was a mixture.
Martin Luther King went to President
Long
Kennedy.
time,
Yes.
yeah. Long
And
time.
the thing is you
And-
have to
and
do
President
you
Johnson.
have to do both. That's what I'm saying. You
Yep.
can't. It's not. We need to get out of the mindset that it's
paperwork
one or
and
the
labor.
other.
It's not one or the other.
It's not one or
and
the
I,
other.
And I personally am doing both. Since the during the
you-
last
you're
election,
doing enough,
I've gotten
like-
active
Yeah.
with the Pinellas County Green Party. I'm happy to say that I'm the acting secretary of the Pinellas County Green Party, and that's the was that the most populous county in Florida.
nice, yeah.
That's my
So,
man.
you know, little
I'm
old
a
me,
part of the
or whatever,
Blunts
so.
Green Party. You know what I'm saying?
You're part of the Smoke Green Party.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
part
So
of the,
if you want some,
the
you
Green
know,
Party.
contributions, you know, we'll be more than happy to throw some. I don't know.
But see, that's what I'm talking. But see, that's what I'm talking about.
Blunts.
Being involved in something like that, plus doing the other thing too.
Seriously.
And if we have more people doing that,
that's how I see.
that's how I see.
Well, how do
change
we
happening.
get to that point? Like
You have to. You have
This,
to.
like,
it's,
this is number one.
yeah, it's
Because we're
motivating.
talking to the people,
Yeah.
and we're actually public faces. We're actually public figures. We're not like any average person could do this, but they don't.
I'm just a dude who can rap really well.
It don't
That's-
really,
that's,
but the thing is, what you do, like compared to the dude that goes to work and only the person that work knows what they do. You actually go to work, you take care of your family, you do this, and then you put your time out to, okay, this is what you love to do, but what you're doing is representing people that can't do it.
Yeah,
So
and-
it's like, it's a job, and people don't get that. Like, you had the job to say something else. Like, when you talk about everything and all the songs, like, matter of fact, when we're done with this, we're going to also wrap it up with some of your tracks, and I'm going to replay everything because
I
it's a
appreciate
dope
that.
track. But it's like... and
Shout out
so-
to Mr. J.
all day. But like the thing about it is like we do have a power, we do have a responsibility, whether we want to own up to it or not.
Yeah.
So what is it we're gonna say with it? So for you to do something like that and mention it and speak on it, it's a big deal because the majority of the people that you hear on the radio are not speaking on it.
Some people only
They're
listen to
not.
rappers.
And the YouTubes, they're not
Wow.
talking about it.
That's- I'm
That's
saying-
it.
that's-
But it's the
that's-
truth.
that's
Actually,
true.
I have heard,
It's really the truth. They don't listen to
Elijah
no
Muhammad talk-
teachers.
well, not Muhammad, but Brother Farrakhan.
Farrakhan. Yeah.
They're not. Look, we're everywhere. We're on the radio. We're on the pop stations. We're on the country stations because people are rapping.
Y'all ain't
now.
about to gas me up in here, man.
No, it's
Y'all
not
ain't
even
to
about
gas me
gassing up.
I'm
Like,
just a
yo,
dude.
you could go online and people that respect it, they most likely know you because you rap. Not a lot of people know people on Facebook because they go to their job and clock in and blah, blah, blah. It just don't happen like that. But when you do music, for whatever reason, it's a large amount of people that respond to that.
Yeah.
They see music videos. They hear songs. They feel like they really relate to you compared to like, hey, man, I helped somebody walk across the street. Oh, that's nice. But, hey, let me put in a song. Oh, word, I walked across the street with an old lady. You know, like, whatever. You're like,
think
oh,
about-
word.
Yo, for real.
Yo, remember that song, walked across the street, the old
For real.
lady.
Yo,
Like,
Jay-Z puts out an album, and now people are talking about investing.
and people
stuff.
mad though. And the thing about it,
I'm just saying.
All he did was
So
say, all he did was like, put, you know,
The crazy
money
thing
in
about
your
that is,
ear.
like, I know like half a dozen
People were
MCs
really
that have
mad.
been talking,
They've been talking about
grown
it.
man rap for a while.
Exactly.
Long time, and it
But
has to take a
Jay-Z
certain person.
said it.
He has a much bigger
a certain
audience.
person,
He has
the
a much bigger
audience.
audience.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
it's
it
like
is.
Any one of us, like, there's a lot of St. Pete rappers, but I'm like, no, we gotta get infinite skills. We've had other people that's from St. Pete
I
or
appreciate
around
that.
St. Pete.
I appreciate that.
But there's a big difference when people, because now if people coming in here saying, yo, we're like the mouth of Florida, blah, blah, blah. Wait, if we're going to be a mouth of something, then we got to really represent the mouths of each, county of this state or wherever all over the world.
Y'all
So
hear?
it's like,
Y'all hear him trying to gas me up, man?
it's not, it's the
gonna
truth.
You gonna have me
Who-
walking down Central
When's
Lab
the
like
last
just,
time?
Yeah.
When's
Just
the last
taking
time
people's
you had
babies.
a conversation about so long, so deep about just that situation with the NFL? I mean, we're cracking jokes and whatnot, but really, who's doing it? Who's doing
Nobody.
it? Everywhere, if you go online, everyone's talking about the Hurricanes now. I mean, if I could smuggle, we don't got Fort Knox. You know there ain't no gold, right? We don't got no gold. Anybody know that?
It's done.
They ain't no Fort. We got no Fort Knox gold. I'm gonna tell y'all right now before they cut us off. Ain't no gold in America. Period. So y'all hearing the best you got right now. You hearing it right here. You don't believe it? Go look at it up yourself. Go. You do the research. But the whole point is, people are making moves and they ain't hearing about what they need to know. And it's good that you could get a chance. Like, all right, have fun, take your drink, whatever it is, smoke whatever. But in the meantime, inform each other. Have a good time. We can talk about everything.
Well, don't listen to me. Listen to Killer Mike. Also,
Yeah.
Another Morehouse man.
Morehouse. At 6 degrees of Morehouse.
Did you hear David Banner?
Like you took David Banner
David
too.
Banner.
I mean, those brothers are really, really, really woke. Like I'm just crawling.
You know, we got
and
to
trying
meet
to trying to learn and do better.
Crazy.
Like I'm a new father, and that kind of
It does
spurred a lot of
wonders.
my awareness. I mean, I feel like I was informed, but like
Yeah.
I'm taking it from a different step of just being
'Cause now
mildly informed to actually trying to do something about it. Because I don't want him to have those same problems.
We on that because we've been doing the series. When you first saw your son,
It was great, man. Like, without getting into like the full backstory, like it was a lot of work to get him here. So, like, I've wanted to be a father for as long as I can remember.
That's
and I think it's important for if we're talking about people hearing things. This is an African American man saying that I wanted to be a father,
exactly.
not a baby daddy. I wanted to be a father,
father.
for a very long time, and I hate the stereotypes of people talking about absentee fathers
Exactly.
in the African American community. Like my dad
Thank
was
you,
there. He came home every night.
That's what it is.
So I'm trying to continue that legacy. But I wanted to be a father for a very long time, and it was looking for a little while like that might not happen. And so
God is good. Amen.
no, God is great. And so when I saw him, they pulled him out of my wife, and he let the doctors know that his thing worked.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He had to spray him real early.
Bow, man. Right.
It's
cold out here.
Y'all supposed to smack
Hit him.
me, huh? Oh,
But after he let him know he was here, like just holding him, man, it's I don't know. The words don't really. They don't really capture. Shout out to Jackson. I know you're not listening. You've been in bed.
Yeah.
Shout out to real fathers.
I
For real.
put him down
And
before
it's-
I came out here. But no, man, it's a great feeling, but it's like a huge responsibility, and it's like not just like the day to day keeping the lights on type thing. Like
It's a new fire,
but you just
man.
want the world to be better, so that
For
he
them.
For him.
because I feel like if we're not dealing with dumb stuff like racial inequality and prejudice and things of that nature, we can just focus on being our best selves
And love.
And if we can be our best selves, that's going to push the world forward faster and allow the human race to evolve. So
Agreed.
like when I talk about these issues and political stuff on my Facebook or whatever, for one, I'm not trying to be talking to if I got to be on social media for music purposes, I'm not going to be the dude who's sharing cat pics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't put
Exactly.
pictures of my son on social media right now. That's my own choice. If you do, that's cool. That's not what I'm
Nah,
there for. So I want to talk
you
about
doing something else.
something that can try
Push
to improve my
forward.
community or whatever. But doing that, knowing I'm just trying to make it so that he doesn't have those same
He
issues.
doesn't have the same hang-ups and
and
everything.
he can just we can all ascend. Like I
Exactly.
just feel like humans are amazing if we're allowed to do what it is that we were brought here to do. And if we're not dealing with those kinds of things, I think people can find those, whatever that is, sooner.
Definitely.
So I'm trying to push people to understand, the differences between skin tone doesn't make you any better or worse of a person.
Hey,
and it's just ignorance. And like you break down those that lack of knowledge and you find that out, and then you can
You're talking to two
That's
dudes.
it.
At
Vibe
least two more dudes in this room who'll do anything for their kids. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, you know, I hate saying like the kids they're not mine. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always want better for just kids.